Close your eyes for a second. Think about the last time you sat in a brand new car. That smell, that leather, that feeling when the salesperson hands you the keys and you think, I made it. I deserve this. This is what success feels like. That smell, it has a price tag. And I'm not talking about the sticker in the window. I'm talking about the smell of a retirement account that never gets funded, the smell of a nest egg that never gets built, the smell of compound interest that evaporates every single month into thin air. That new car smell? It costs $2.3 million. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see your car payment in a way you've never seen it before, and you may never sign another auto loan in your life. Let's start with the numbers, because they are staggering. 1 in 5 Americans recently signed a car payment exceeding $1,000 per month. 1 in 5. That's not a fringe behavior. That's not some rare financial mistake made by a handful of reckless people. That is the new normal. And it gets worse. Total American auto loan debt has now reached $1.67 trillion, officially surpassing total student loan debt. Think about that for a second. We talk about the student loan crisis constantly. It's a political issue, a generational issue, and auto debt has just lapped it. The car payment has become the second largest category of consumer debt in America, behind only mortgages. But here's the critical difference between a mortgage and a car loan. A house, in most markets, over time, appreciates. It builds equity. It can be an asset. A car? The moment you drive off the lot, it starts losing value, aggressively, relentlessly, with zero mercy. So why are we treating it like a mortgage? Why are we signing 84-month loans? That's 7 years for something that will be worth less every single day you own it. The answer is psychology, and the industry knows exactly how to exploit it. Here's how car dealerships sell you a $50,000 vehicle without you ever really feeling like you're spending $50,000. You walk onto the lot. You're looking at a beautiful machine. Let's say it's $52,000 out the door. That number is uncomfortable. That number creates hesitation. That number makes you think. So what does a good salesperson do? They never let you think about that number. What kind of monthly payment are you looking to be at? That's the pivot. That one question is the most expensive question anyone will ever ask you. Suddenly, the conversation has shifted. We're no longer talking about $52,000. We're talking about $950 a month, $1,100 a month, maybe $1,300 a month, but hey, they'll throw in the extended warranty. And here's the thing. Your brain is actually wired to respond better to smaller numbers. It's not stupidity, it's neuroscience. When we process $52,000, we feel pain. When we process $950, it feels manageable. I spend more than that on groceries, it's fine. But $950 a month is $11,400 a year. Over 60 months, that's $57,000 for a car that by the time you pay it off might be worth $18,000. The total cost fades into abstraction. The monthly payment feels real. This is by design. And when you stretch that loan to 72 or 84 months to get the monthly payment down, you're paying interest on a depreciating asset for so long that you're almost guaranteed to end up underwater. Which brings us to the depreciation hammer. Here is what happens to the value of your car the second you drive off the lot. A new car loses approximately 10% of its value before it even hits its first traffic light. Not in a year, not in 6 months, the moment you pull out of the dealership. Why? Because it's no longer new. It's used. You are now the first owner. The warranty clock has started, and the market immediately discounts it accordingly. Then, over 5 years, that car will lose roughly 60% of its original value. So, if you bought a $52,000 car, in 5 years, it's worth approximately $20,000 to $22,000. Now, here's the problem. The loan balance does not depreciate with the car. The bank doesn't care that your car is worth $22,000. They want every penny of that $52,000 plus interest. Those are two completely separate curves moving in opposite directions. Your car's value goes down, your loan balance stays stubbornly high, especially in the first few years when your payments are mostly interest. And where those two lines cross, that's the negative equity trap.
Negative equity. Being underwater. It means you owe more on your car than it's currently worth. And this is not a rare edge case. Nearly 1 in 3 trade-ins today carry negative equity, averaging over $7,000 upside down. So here's what happens to those people. They walk into a dealership wanting a new car. Maybe their current one has 80,000 miles. Maybe they're just bored of it, which the industry is very happy to encourage. They owe $18,000 on a car, worth $11,000. They're $7,000 underwater. Does the salesperson say, "I'm sorry, you can't afford a new car right now"? Of course not. They say, "No problem. We'll just roll your negative equity into the new loan." So now you're taking out a new loan on a new $50,000 car plus the $7,000 you already owed. You're starting $57,000 in the hole on a car that's immediately worth $45,000. And to make the monthly payment survivable, they extend it to 84 months, 7 years. You will be making payments on this car for 7 years. When it's done, you will owe nothing on a 7-year-old car. And then the cycle begins again. This is not a car purchase. This is a subscription to permanent indebtedness, and the industry loves it because you never escape. You just keep rolling negative equity forward, chained to a payment forever. This is what financial experts mean when they talk about the poverty premium. The less financial margin you have, the more you end up paying for everything, including your car. But let's talk about the real cost, because what we've discussed so far, that's just the money you're losing. There's a second loss that most people never even consider. I want you to imagine 2 people. Let's call them Person A and Person B. They both earn the same income, they both start at 25, they have the same expenses, the same lifestyle, the same dreams. Person A buys a new car every 5 years on a loan. Their payment is $700 a month. That's actually below the current national average, by the way. Person B drives used cars, reliable, well-maintained, nothing flashy. They have no car payment. Instead, they take that same $700 a month and invest it in a low-cost index fund, the kind that historically returns around 10% annually over the long run. After 40 years, Person B's $700 month investment has grown to over $2.3 million. $2.3 million. Not from some genius investment strategy, not from crypto, not from stock picks, not from real estate, from taking the money they were not spending on car payments and letting compound interest do what compound interest does. Person A has a really nice collection of used cars they no longer own, and a net worth that is $2.3 million lower. A car payment isn't just $700 a month. It is trading a millionaire's retirement for a hunk of metal that loses value every day. And I want to be direct about something. This is not theoretical. This is not some abstract future problem. This is the actual math of your actual life. Every month you make a car payment, you are making a choice. You may not realize you're making it. The dealership certainly doesn't frame it that way, but you are trading your future self's financial freedom for your present self's desire to drive something new. Now I want to speak specifically to anyone watching this who is in their 30s or 40s, because this next part is urgent. The 40s are the most consequential decade for wealth building in most people's lives. Here's why.
In your 40s, you're typically hitting peak earning power. You've got real income, real salary, real capacity to save. At the same time, you still have time, 20 to 25 years until retirement, for compound interest to do meaningful work. In your 20s, you didn't have much money. In your 60s, you're almost out of runway. Your 40s, that's the window. That is when the decisions you make have the largest multiplied impact on your final retirement number. Now, imagine this. You're 42. You've done well. You feel like you deserve to drive something that reflects your success. So you upgrade from a modest sedan to a luxury SUV. Payment goes from $400 a month to $1,100. That's $700 more per month. That $700 per month upgrade in your 40s costs you over $400,000 in lost retirement wealth. That is not a car upgrade. That is a luxury tax on your retirement. The car makes you look successful. The investment account would actually make you wealthy. There's a phrase I want you to sit with: privately broke and publicly successful. That's the person driving the $1,100 a month luxury SUV while their 401k is underfunded, their emergency fund is thin, and they are one bad month away from real financial stress. Versus publicly modest and privately building wealth. That's the person in the reliable used car who nobody gives a second glance and who is quietly, methodically becoming a millionaire. Normal looks successful. Different builds wealth. And in America right now, normal is broke. The median retirement savings for Americans approaching retirement age is shockingly low. Normal people are not okay. Normal is a crisis dressed in a nice car. So let's talk about what different looks like, specifically, practically, with a roadmap. I'm going to give you 4 steps, not complicated, not requiring a finance degree, just a different way of thinking about cars and money that will put you on a completely different financial trajectory. Step 1. Drive the car you have longer. I know, you're tired of it. It has 90,000 miles, the cup holder is broken, you've had it for 6 years, and it feels old. Here's the truth. A well-maintained car can easily run to 200,000 miles. The cost of fixing that cup holder, replacing those brakes, maybe doing a transmission service, is a fraction of what a new car payment would cost you. Every month you drive your paid-off car is a month you are winning. You have no payment. You have no interest. You are beating the system. Maintenance is always cheaper than a new payment. Always. Step 2. Bank your future car payment. Here's where it gets exciting. Let's say you decide today that you will drive your current car for 2 more years, and during those 2 years, you're going to do something radical. You're going to pay yourself the car payment you're not making. Open a high-yield savings account. They're paying 4 to 5% right now. Set up an automatic transfer of $500, $700, $1,000, whatever you can manage, every single month. Treat it like a bill. It is a bill. It's a bill you're paying to your future self. In 2 years, you have $12,000 to $24,000 sitting there, earning interest, growing, and it's yours. Step 3. Buy your next car with cash. Here is where the psychology flips in your favor. When you walk onto a car lot with cash, or a bank check, or a pre-arranged wire, you have all the power. The dealership's favorite trick, the monthly payment pivot, simply doesn't work on you. You don't care about the monthly payment. You care about the total price. And when you're a cash buyer, you negotiate differently. You walk away more easily. You make decisions based on total value, not on whether a payment feels manageable. Buy a quality used car. 2 to 4 years old is the sweet spot where the first owner absorbed the brutal early depreciation. You get a reliable, low-mileage vehicle at a fraction of the original price. You drive away with no payment, no interest, no debt. That's not deprivation. That's financial intelligence. Step 4. Repeat and upgrade over time. Here's what happens next. You're driving your cash car. Let's say it cost $18,000.
You love it, and now you start the cycle again. You're not making a car payment, so you bank that money. Month after month, and in a few years, you sell your car for maybe $12,000, add it to the $20,000 you've been saving, and buy a $30,000 to $32,000 car. Cash. Then you do it again. Each cycle you're driving a better car. Each cycle you're paying no interest. Each cycle the money you're not giving to a bank is going into investments, into your retirement account, into your actual future. This is the vehicle upgrade cycle that doesn't destroy your wealth, it builds it.
I want to end with something I need you to really hear. The financial system is not designed to make you wealthy. It is designed to extract wealth from you in small, manageable, monthly increments. The car payment is one of the most efficient tools ever invented for doing exactly that. And the reason it works so well? Because it looks like success. A nice car signals that you're doing well. It signals status, taste, achievement. The monthly payment is invisible. The debt is invisible. The lost compound interest is invisible. Only the car is visible. Wealth, real wealth, is largely invisible. It's the index fund you're not talking about at dinner. It's the retirement account that nobody can see when you pull into the parking lot. It's the financial freedom that doesn't have a badge on the hood. You can be privately broke and publicly successful, or publicly modest and privately free. That is the choice in front of you. Normal in America right now is a $1,000 car payment, $1.67 trillion in collective auto debt, and a retirement account that isn't ready. Normal is broke. Different is uncomfortable. Different means driving the car that doesn't impress people at the stoplight. Different means saying no to the showroom smell. Different means your coworkers might not know you're building something extraordinary. But different builds wealth. Different funds retirement. Different means that at 65, you are not working because you have to, you are living because you chose to. The $2.3 million is still available to you. It's sitting there, waiting in every car payment you choose not to make. The question is whether you want the smell of a new car or the smell of financial freedom. I know what I'd choose. If this video changed how you see your car payment, I need you to share it. Because right now, someone you care about is at a dealership being asked what monthly payment they're comfortable with. Send this to them before they sign. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.